Alrighty, friends, welcome back to History with Tim. Today we will be discussing the Lady of the Dark. Now, for those of you that don't know what that is, Lady of the Dark is a Sabaton song around the life of Milunka Savić, I believe her name is. She was born June 28th, 1892 in the Kingdom of Serbia. So for those of you that don't know who she is, she served in the First and Second Balkans War as a soldier. Not a nurse, not anything. It's widely believed her brother had become ill. He was a very sickly person. I believe he was suffering from pneumonia at the time when the recruitment came, and she was called upon. He was called upon, and she decided that she would go in his place to fight. Clearly, I believe in the Second Balkans War or the First Balkans War, they discovered who she was, and they offered her to become part of the nurse corps, in which she refused and said she would rather serve in a combat position. So today we will be watching Lady of the Dark from the band Sabaton, discussing that. Real quick, thank you all for joining me today. I hope you enjoy the content. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you're returning to the channel and not yet subscribed, please subscribe. We have new content up a little more lately. I've been putting it in. You know, I as we know, sadly, I get sick a lot. And I've been dealing with a lot of stuff at work. But we're getting back on it, and we're going to be watching today Lady of the Dark. Okay, so this is going to be a very rare occasion. I do use Sabaton's content sometimes. So today we're actually going to be watching their animated story video. I did skip ahead a little bit just because it gives a very long, which is good, and I'm going to keep in the link. It's very interesting. It does it a lot, that it gives a whole history of who Mila was and everything. But we're going to now watch the animated cartoon that they made. Okay, so this is we're seeing her in combat, and this is obviously kind of making it a little more like superhuman, but it's not really that far off the truth. She really took the attack to like in the animated version, Milunka is fighting Austrians, but she fought in the Balkans Wars. She fought for Serbia. And right here we're seeing her fighting Austro-Hungarian soldiers. And she did. And she famously actually took a trench once, single-handedly, by threatening to pull a grenade. She held it off. She's one of these characters from history that we don't talk about a lot. And she actually was able to become a sergeant with earning all these medals that she did. She won the Legion d'Honneur twice, which is very impressive. The Cross d'Honneur, Order of St. Michael, Cross of St. George. She won a lot of these really impressive medals. And the entire war, the Serbian authorities kept saying, you can join the nurses corps, you can do that. But at this point, she was actually one of their best soldiers. So, yeah, she's very interesting.
Fighting side by side with men, she would fight until the end. To change her brother's fate, took a bullet, earned her freedom, and a place among the stars. And she served the Iron Squadron, served the toughest of them all. No fear of dying, for the front line she
And this is another cool aspect of it. We look at Mulan Mulan's probably a very good example. Fa Mulan, the Chinese folklore. Also, I believe she was based on a real person. But Milunka, she was very similar, because at the end of the day, it was also a sense of patriotism that drove her to be there. Serbia was really in a difficult position. Serbia is what starts World War I, obviously, when the Serbian nationalists, the Black Hand, kill Austrian Archduke Franz Ferdinand, and then Austria declares war on Serbia, Russia declares war on Austria, Germany declares war on Russia, France declares war on Germany, Germany invades Belgium, England declares war on France. That whole thing. But she was the one who, she recognized, I need to stand up for what's right, not only for my brother, but for my country, for Serbia. And, you had stories like this throughout history. The Civil War, the American Civil War, we often think of people like Clara Barton, with the hospital trains and things, and, Harriet Tubman with the Underground Railroad. There were women who actually lied and joined the Union Confederate armies and fought with men. So it's sad that Hollywood, for some reason, feels the need not to make movies about these kind of people, because these are the people that do deserve movies. Fun fact: that's actually the bass player for Sabaton. You'll notice with their animated ones, or even I think in the Unkillable Soldier, which I think we did react to, you can see them in it. They like to put themselves in the videos, and I love it because I love seeing them in the videos. I love an Unkillable Soldier where they just keep shooting Duarte because they're like, why won't this guy die? But to be honest, she kind of is like Duarte in that sense. She became a company squad commander of the Iron Squadron, which is a very elite Serbian unit. That's what it's pretty much portraying here, is her leading the Serbian soldiers into fight. The Iron Brigade Battalion was a very very elite unit.
After the battle, the new commander of the Iron Regiment asked in front of the regiment, which soldier or non-commissioned officer deserves the highest military decoration of Serbia, the Order of the...
Like I said, this is what Sabaton do. They'll add these little tidbits at the end, so I'm just going to let it play while I do something real quick.
Of Karageorgia for their part in the Battle of Kolubara. A cry went up among the men.
Milunka.
Milunka Savić. Milunka Savić. Milunka Savić. Milunka, the Lady of the Dark. Milunka was informed in hospital of the award. She quickly returned to the front lines. This was just the start of her career. Milunka Savić became the most decorated woman soldier in history, with medals from several nations for her bravery. Milunka Savić, Lady of the Dark, bomber of Kolubara, and the most decorated woman in history, finished her days living a quiet life in Serbia.
Yeah, so that's actually an interesting subject I would love to cover. People like Milunka. These are very Milunka. These are very fascinating characters, and I've had discussions with people about other women from history that sadly don't get the recognition they deserve. Someone even like Eleanor of Aquitaine, someone who helped build what modern Europe looks like. But Milunka definitely is someone who deserves the spotlight sometimes, and she's someone that often gets forgotten because of the theater of war she fought in. Yeah, so that is Milunka Savić. She is the Lady of the Dark. She was someone who didn't have to do it. This was a time where women did not have to fight. She could have been happily in the rear if she wanted to help. She could have joined a nursing corps, but she said, "No, I'm fighting. I'm fighting for my country. I'm fighting for my family." Because again, that's where this stemmed from. Her brother was drafted, not her. She just went in his stead. But I hope to do a little more content on Milunka and other women of her stature, hopefully in the near future. But thank you so much for joining us. If you're returning, please like, share, and comment. If you're not returning, please subscribe. We would love to have you join this ever-growing community. And have a great day.